Three, two, one.
Ugh.
Now we can go buck wild with this. What is going on, everyone? Welcome into the Voice of College Football's Oregon channel right here on the Tuesday Night Live show. Tonight we have
Ben, you're
some
fired.
special-
Get it backwards.
Hey, no. I do what I want to on this show. You're fired. Watch. I have the
Spaz got
power.
demoted in the first 30 seconds.
Don't
no.
test me. He wasn't here last week.
Hey,
Anyways,
that's
welcome
facts.
in to the Oregon Live show here on the Voice of College Football's Oregon channel. Tonight we have a special guest in to talk some off-season news and just kind of hang out, I guess. Really, I mean, it's the off-season. What else do we have to do going for us? So everyone, please welcome in Aaron and Adam from the Quack12 Podcast right here on YouTube at Quack1258. Make sure to go check them out and subscribe. Their link is in the description of this video, so please go over there, click it, and show them some love over there from here. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Thank you so much. We're so glad to be invited onto another podcast. It
Finally.
gives us some credibility. We invite so many people and they don't even invite us on the same podcast. So,
Adam
know,
never takes me out, so this is a real treat for me. He's finally splurging on me.
this is as close to date night as we get. So we just want to thank you.
This is your date. This is your date night. Wow, what
Yeah.
a special occasion.
This is our
I'm
date
doing
night,
it
and
for
I
you
feel like
guys.
we already watched an argument. So this is like
Yeah.
the date night's already gone like a little ride. It's kind of
Yeah.
awkward. Yeah. I didn't know we could get fired from this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
fire
Inspired
Spaz. All
Oh,
the
beautiful.
Okay.
Spaz and I have been fired like, I don't know, 15, 20 times already, but shit, here we are.
Doesn't stick. Doesn't stick. I like it. It's like Larry David when he got fired from Saturday Night Live. What did he do? He showed back up at Saturday Night Live, pretending like nothing happened.
I heard it was he quit and then went back like
that's
nothing
it.
had happened. Yeah.
That's true.
So
Well, Spaz
that's
is soft quitting. I can see him
Yeah.
down there. I don't know.
No quitting my game. I keep coming back.
Yeah, Spaz, I have seen you in the Twitter Spaces, and I want to thank you for your hard work and your service for going in a dark, scary space for us. So I just want to thank you for that.
It can be very dark and scary sometimes. You can get attacked. I learned a new thing. Do not say the word cotton in the middle of space.
In the middle of the space, they'll flip out just for SEC reasons or just in general.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll avoid Twitter overall. I think that'll really help.
I've discovered it takes at least 10 years, or gives 10 years back to your life by ignoring Twitter completely.
Yeah. That being said, at Quack12 Podcast, if you guys want to follow us, we're pretty active on there every week.
So you guys ain't getting that 10 years back is what I'm hearing.
No, we got the stupid subscription thing. We're big Elon fan. No, not really. But you
I
guys
have
hit us
4
up on there.
Teslas.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. A couple of them start.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're in the off season. It's just beginning. It never ends. What are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna hibernate? You guys gonna think of some bullshit to talk about? What are you gonna do?
We just kind of wing it a lot of times. We just kind of we'll come up with a general idea and go with like one week we talked recruiting, another week we talked about the overall, last season, and one week we talked about the Big Ten schedule. And
Mhm.
What do you?
pretty soon
Okay,
You're run out of topics.
Yeah, it's tough, especially now we're in the dead season post signing day. So it's like
Yep.
unless it's bad news, there is no news.
how familiar are y'all with the Big Ten part of the country? Because Aaron and I are pretty specifically very much Northwest babies. Like we
Yeah.
don't leave this area.
I'm from Wisconsin originally, so I grew up in the Big Ten country for 25 years.
Secret. So you're our sleeper agent.
You got it, man.
Or
Someone
more
had
like
to be
you've
in the
betrayed
trenches.
your homeland, actually. I don't know what that would be.
Someone had to be in the trenches. Why not me?
The trenches of corn. So did you say you grew up in Wisconsin and then you chose Oregon? Oregon is your chosen family. Is that it?
Oregon chose me, is what you're saying. No, yeah, I grew up there. I lived in Minnesota for a little bit.
Oh my God.
But then I've lived in Boston and New Jersey and Denver, and now I'm in Southern California, so I'm all over.
No shit.
Dear Lord. So you're that Johnny Cash song. Are you a trucker by day?
No, I wish. Fun lifestyle.
That's awesome, man. Like, you're probably freaking more stoked than most Duck fans.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely, man. When Oregon goes to Wisconsin in November, I'll be there for sure.
So good, man. Are like, okay, a Duck fan.
Does it test your allegiance? Does it test your allegiance? Are you like, I could go either way?
No, honestly, it kind of turned me off growing up in Wisconsin because like those 2 Rose Bowls where we played the Badgers, I got so much flack being a kid. They're like, who the fuck are the Oregon Ducks? You know what I mean? And then people grew up a little bit, and then we played them, man, and it's just like the amount of shit talking I got, like it kind of made me spite them a little bit more.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to rocking the green and yellow in Camp Randall.
You were ready to root against Russell Wilson right away in that Rose Bowl is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to talk my fair share of shit. So I'm excited for that aspect of it more than anything, honestly.
That's so awesome. That Rose Bowl specifically against Wisconsin, because it's just like seems like a million years ago where it was like.
Well, technically it was.
Well, it was like the big talk. It was like, will Oregon ever win a Rose Bowl besides that freaking 1916 Rose Bowl? And now it's like the Rose Bowl is not even like a thing. Like, seemingly like
we're 3-0 since that whole talk.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys, are either of you, are any of you sad that the Pac-12 is dead, or is it kind of like the Pac-12 spurns you enough that you're like, I'm done with it? Or either of you?
No, it's so sad because it's like like you said, okay, it's the Big Ten era, and like we did all the post games and the weekly shows this whole last season, and it never clicked. Like, hey, this is the last time we're probably playing this team, maybe for who knows how long. Or some, not all of them, but it never really clicked. And it still really hasn't set in, even though we've done the previews now, the schedule, it still hasn't clicked because like next year we're not playing Arizona or Arizona State. It's like
or fucking
so
Cal.
weird. It's so
That's
weird.
The nuts one. Like Cal and Stanford is truly the nuts one.
Yeah, it's just it's weird.
Yeah.
Because we're still covering basketball right now, it continues to be on a delay for me that anything is actually going to be changing or moving forward.
It's true. It's true.
So it's really odd.
Aaron also has the sports memory of a goldfish, so that does help.
That's also true. I remember what I need to.
In 1 year time, he will not remember that there was a Pac-12 and that we are no longer in it. Like, I absolutely guarantee you this.
I could not name you the 2 of the last 3 coaches we had because they weren't here long enough for them to stick into my memory.
Try it.
Yeah,
try it. Since Chip,
I got it.
Well,
we have Turnhill Will, and we have
Willie Taggart.
Mario Cristobal.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is Aaron.
Who was really before that? Who was before that?
There's no
fun fact.
Who was before?
We didn't start the show until the year that what was his name? Willie Taggart. Willie Taggart. That's the year we started, and before that, I hadn't even sniffed college football. I didn't even know there was college football.
You truly didn't give a shit.
So that was I am quite literally about 6 years old.
Out of the nerd closet, then, huh?
Yeah,
I pulled him into the nerd closet. The way it started literally was in 2017. I wanted to start a Duck podcast,
and he
is the sound engineer, and I asked him if he would do it. And
then he was atrociously boring by himself.
Really bad. If you find episode 1 of 2017, it's one guy who doesn't know what he's talking about by himself, and
talking for an hour.
Is really, really bad. And then he chimed in because he was like, I'll have the mic too, like every once in a while, and immediately it made it better, and immediately he's much more
like, when I found you guys last year, early 2022 or so, last season technically,
some say that was our best year. Some do.
It was like you were like, all right, I have to explain this to you, Aaron. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you'd be like, all right, let me break this down for you.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was such an awesome dynamic of like, you
honestly,
like baby step talk about things sometimes.
Oh, God.
That's 5 years into it, too. That's 5 years into it. Too.
I mean, okay, no bullshit. The first 2 years, the way that I would pick, because we would do a pick'ems challenge every week where we pick who we think is going to win each game in the Pac-12. And so the only way I had any real reference was through mascots. And I think for the first 2 seasons, Adam made a joke calling the Colorado Buffalo the Colorado Buffmen, and I just assumed that was real. So in my head, I was picturing like bodybuilders, and they were really called the Buff Men.
Yeah.
And so now I just call them that forever because it's just how I learned them.
And then like the only way, anytime he would correlate Arizona Wildcats, there's this clear thing of he's like, Arizona Wildcats, Sandra Bullock in the movie Speed wears a Wildcat sweater, which he recognizes through So it's a bunch of steps back. It makes me look really smart, but then if you take me away from him, you see that there's not actually.
And the beauty of it is it turns out that's actually a really great way to predict wins, because I had an outstanding season in the Pick'em Challenge.
He's had multiple outstanding seasons. He's beaten me more years than he's lost to me. And then this offseason, Hithliday, if listeners, if you don't know, Hithliday does the absolute best Pac-12 film review,
comprehensive.
Period. Go over to Addicted to Quack to read it, and he guests on our pod a lot because he likes talking. And so this guy that knows so much, that's dedicated his entire life to actually breaking down the film of the Ducks and the Pac-12. Me, who somewhat knows a little bit, and then Aaron, who knows nothing. We all did an off-season over/under Pac-12 pick'em for each school, and Aaron genuinely, we backed it up. We looked this up. Went 12-0.
Yeah, I got everybody right.
If you would have put money on it, he would no longer be on this podcast. Yeah.
Favorite childhood memory: my grandfather took me to the horse races. I watched one horse take a shit before the race. I said, "Grandpa, that's the winner." My grandpa won $1,000.
No, you just have a gift then.
I have a gift.
Does have a gift.
I call it a communion with the universe that I try to continuously nurture and suckle from its teat.
If we can get this guy in the U of O bathrooms, I think we can really start predicting some stuff here.
I guarantee you, I can turn around the women's basketball team in 3 games. I can get them winning.
We want Kelly Graves fired.
Aaron, no, not Aaron.
Adam.
Shredder.
I'm Adam. Shredder.
Adam.
Yeah, he's Shredder. Yeah.
Spaz, pay attention.
Adam, big thing here. Since you're the sound guy and tech guy, we need to get you to Eugene, and you need to get in there and hack that Wi-Fi box and fix the goddamn Wi-Fi.
That's true, man. We need you fixing the Wi-Fi. That's damn true. There's no Wi-Fi anywhere near that thing.
The worst Wi-Fi in the fucking world is in Autzen Stadium. You can't get shit. If you get stabbed and dying in the middle of the parking lot, you're fucked because you can't even call 911 in that.
What do you guys think I experienced at Texas Tech game this last year when I was there? I was trying to text you guys. I couldn't even text you.
Aaron's been around that part of the country. He's a big fan.
I lived over there before too, and that was the first time. But I went to that game and I was trying to text them like, "Hey man, I'm going to be running late," and it would be like 5 minutes later, it'd be like, "Message not sent." I'd be like, "Fuck," like.
We're also super into conspiracy theories. So is there some kind of college football conspiracy? Why would you not want tweets
like the fog?
The internet fog over these things. Is there something?
I don't get it. Oregon's Wi-Fi has been shit forever. I don't understand.
A lot of stadiums have that, so maybe it is just an actual thing, though, too.
I wonder, it could be it's quite literally just not able to handle 30,000 people trying to connect to it at once. Or B, they're trying to buffer down people's ability to stream games to places like TikTok or YouTube.
That's true.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Conspiracy. That's my conspiracy corner.
Well, that's a fair point, because when I was in the stadium, like during the warm-ups of the Tech game, I was able to record some of the warm-ups and actually put them off on my phone onto YouTube, no problem. But as soon as game hit, and afterwards, like for a while, texting in that whole area, even just texting, not just Wi-Fi, just signal in general was absolute.
However,
trash.
I have been informed that if you get a hold of them ahead of time and get any kind of like media credential, you could get the media Wi-Fi password or whatever.
See, this is what I keep telling Adam.
And you can have all the media credential, and that'll give you access to everything, basically.
I just got to get that sweet ass access.
We got to get Sandra Bullock from the net in here to break in and give us the passwords to the media Wi-Fi.
By the way, the amount of smoke that's going on in this interview, it makes me think that I'm on like the old timey, like Dick Cavett kind of talk show. You know, like everyone's got a cigarette going, everyone's cups, like got a whiskey rock in there, swishing around.
We were in one room, the camera would be out of focus. It'd be like, what the look at
boring guests.
Have you
like that,
have you ever watched Cypress Hill's podcast? Because that is actually what it is.
Really? Wow.
It is just a room filled with smoke, and you can see there's bodies in there, but
we haven't gotten that invite. Jackson Johnson, I love those Dick Cavett, Muhammad Ali interviews. Yes, I agree. I'm just anyone who references Dick Cavett, I'll shout out. That's it though. I'm not gonna, only references everybody can get in the year.
That's from Alabama kid.
Alabama kid, nice man. You picked a great coach. I'm so happy for your team. Hell yeah, baby. That was the greatest day of my life where they announced that. When Dan Lanning said he was staying in the coolest way ever, and like us, was smoking that blunt in his office in the video. And then,
oh my god, that was so dank, dude.
It was so cool.
Fucking epic.
And then the announcement,
going smoking that big blunt, going, man, I don't know what they're talking about. I was sitting at home on the couch watching the
Born Supremacy.
Born Supremacy. That's it.
Yeah.
Spaz, stop. Spaz was literally about to throw himself off a building that night.
I mean, I get it. I wasn't mad at him, but I get the ready to throw myself off a building. Like it made sense. It made sense for him.
No way.
Because it's Alabama.
I believed him from the moment he showed up on our radar. I was like, for whatever reason, this is a man I've decided to give 100% of my trust to.
As you did Willie Taggart. As you did.
Well, I didn't know anything about him. He was stepdad number one. You know, stepdad number one teaches you not to trust.
Stepdad number one hurts you the most.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
When stepdad number one leaves, like this was supposed to be the first rebuilding process. Stepdad two, that relationship's fucked at that point. Like that
is kind of a good definition of it. Stepdad number one, because then the kids all beg for Cristobal to stay.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, even though he's not he's already got one foot out the door and he's not good for you.
Please, Dad, don't leave us. We already lost one, Daddy.
Yeah, exactly. And then Dan Lanning is I don't even know what that is. I don't think that kind of dad exists.
It's a healthy relationship built on trust and lots of therapy.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it, Aaron.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Doesn't sound familiar at all. It doesn't belong in college football. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
So,
my other conspiracy is I think Lanning will stick around and stay until he has a national championship. I think that's the only thing he gives a shit about, or until his kids are in college at Oregon, at which case he'll retire.
Then
he'll be like, well, I'm done now. Yeah. He'll be like, well, I'm retiring now.
Man, well, one of his kids is like 10 years old. So if we get to that point, man, we still don't have a natty. I don't like our fucking odds.
Yeah. We don't have a natty in the next 3 to 5 years. I don't like our odds.
Right. Yeah, I think he's going to get us there in 3, 2, 3 probably. We'll probably have 3.
If he doesn't get us there in 1, he's on the hot seat for me.
Yeah, no shit. If we don't win it this year, I'm fucking done.
I'm done. That's my attitude every year.
Well, and that's what people
Wisconsin, baby.
Yeah. People said, the only other thing, except for obviously like one Bama, of course, we've talked about that one here, and people are like, no, he never got the job offer. The point is, someone called him and he said, I'm not interested, whether they actually offered it or not. The point is, the agent said, no, he doesn't want to talk to you. But
and even
people
bigger...
said the only other one is Georgia, and then some people said the NFL, and everyone's like, he is not. Doesn't seem like the NFL guy, because the ones who like to recruit like he does, don't want to deal with the NFL stuff. Right. The people who don't like to recruit just want to get to the NFL, so they don't.
He genuinely seems to like to recruit, which is the new wave of coach that you need right now. Yeah, like the GM like style that loves to recruit. Otherwise, you have a Chip Kelly who is like a
laughable disgrace.
I can't even measure that level of stepdad. I can't even imagine. That's just bad.
Oh man.
That guy was
just leaving UCLA is absolutely bonkers. I love it.
He's just look, dude's a rebel, all right? He's got a cause and he's riding for it.
Yeah, I guess. NFL, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
NFL bust for Chippo.
Yeah.
But in his defense on that actually made sense. After the way UCLA dodged him the last couple of years. Oh, you're done. He's done. And then hey, wait, he beat USC. Why don't we give you another year, Chip? Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, he doesn't like recruiting, so he's got himself in a giant hole that the only way to get out was recruiting, and so he doesn't have to do that.
UCLA is not exactly the biggest, sponsor of their own football program.
Yeah.
By any means.
Yeah, they really aren't. It's
every week the stadium got smaller and the tarp got bigger.
Yeah.
It's like
it's almost like they don't have one of these little guys hanging out sponsoring everything, to sell your soul to. Like, I live 25 minutes from UCLA and from Pasadena, and man, it's like I think maybe one time I've seen like a UCLA sweatshirt, maybe like a bumper sticker, something like that. Maybe one time in the last like 6-8 months, and that's wild to me. I don't get it too, because like everything's there, like the brand recognition is there. Like even for basketball's sake, like I'd be wearing UCLA. I don't get it.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen more Cal Bears stuff down here than I have UCLA Bruins stuff.
Wow.
And I didn't even know they existed. I thought they were like a unicorn, something you just don't dream of.
No joke. That is a diehard fan that you saw wearing Cal football gear. Like that is awesome. Did it say like Cal math team, or did it actually say a specific thing? Or
it actually said Culus on the
mathlete. Oh, okay, we got a mathlete. All right,
and he's in the perfect scenario to go to Ohio State because he doesn't have to recruit there.
Yeah,
because they already got all their trenchers. They already got their guys that do all their recruiting. So all he's got to do is just come in and run a system.
Which I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. We're going to play against him. That's going to be fun, hopefully. Beating Ohio State was like one of the, I don't know, that could be actually like Oregon's biggest win, period. Like I've actually thought that, like outside of a bowl game, outside of postseason,
regular season, by far.
Regular season, that seemed like the biggest game in our entire history.
Columbus.
Yeah,
22 was that was pretty epic.
And like Anthony Brown Jr., he got a lot of crap, and I watched those games too. But he did something that no other Oregon football quarterback has ever done in its 100+ year history. He beat Ohio State, so like I'll always love him for that.
In the shoe too, like that makes it more impressive.
It was nuts. Yeah, it was insane.
Let's be real honest with ourselves. That was a CJ Verdell game where he saved our ass, but Anthony Brown was there. He was definitely there.
Yeah, he was absolutely there. He didn't mess up, as far as I remember. I'm putting those 2 Utah games out of my head forever. What school are you guys most gonna miss playing from the Pac-12, and what one are you just like completely done with? I never want to see you again. Like strike from the list.
That's a tough one.
All right.
I think I'll miss playing Utah. Like for whatever reason, like I really respect Utah. Like the matchups are always fun, except for when we lose, that shit's not fun. But I like the matchup, and then I don't know, either Stanford or Arizona State, man. They just give me the heebie-jeebies every time we play, no matter how shit they are.
Yeah.
It's like I want no part of it, man. Like when we were going to the desert this year, like I don't care how bad they were. Heading into it, I was like, is it gonna be another one of those games? Yeah.
I know.
Gotta be one of those two.
That was the one game I had a wedding to go to too, so it was the one I couldn't watch, and I was like, "We're definitely gonna fucking lose to ASU." Just because I can't watch it, I know it's gonna happen. Stanford. It's nice to avoid them. Yeah, I mean, the history's nice, but I'm glad to not play them again.
I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that we don't get to keep hanging out with Colorado now that things have gotten all kooky bears over there. I would love to continue to have some part in that storyline.
An easy W, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, except for basketball, they're kicking our ass left and right. So
I think maybe for the sake of entertainment, I could agree with Utah, but I mean, in the sake of for the 2 left behinds, not playing Washington State will kind of suck.
Yeah,
it's kind of it's a regional kind of rivalry, not rivalry game, but regional game, and
they also hate the
Huskies. Yeah, piss off Cal. I don't give a shit about Cal.
Yeah,
Cal doesn't care about football, anyways.
One thing with Washington though, or Washington State, was like, I'm never getting my ass to Pullman, man. Like it seems like such a pain in the ass. I should have tried to get to every Pac-12. I always wanted to try to go to every Pac-12 stadium, but that was always the one where I was like, how the hell am I gonna get out there? What if it snows and I gotta live in Pullman for the rest of my life? Like that's terrible.
Here's a good question, especially let's leave this right for Aaron immediately, just because I was going to ask how long it'll take you to get him to reference and be able to remember all the Big Ten schools.
Oh shit! Not even possible.
Are you glad to play in the Big Ten?
Yeah, Aaron, answer. No one give Aaron a hint. Aaron, who are you most ready to play in the Big Ten on the spot?
I don't even know who's in the Big Ten. You went through these with me.
Name a guess. Just guess one team.
Is there one called the Vandals? Is there a Vandals?
No.
Idaho? No.
Is Tech on there?
No.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. Well,
no idea.
So that you got Aaron's answer. The Idaho Vandals and Texas Tech. Those are up there for me too, as well.
UT was there, but they are no longer. Is that something?
No, that's the big. You're thinking the Big 12.
Don't even worry about me then.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing about our podcast is it does reveal a lot about the whole structure of the things that we're talking about. Because I get Aaron's confusion that it's like there is a fucking conference called the Big 12 and the Big 10. Neither of which has 10 or 12 schools.
Right.
And there's no real differential between one couldn't change their conference. But I would also double down. Idaho is my favorite to win the Big 10 next year. So I'm also gonna say that. No, I would say I'm not actually excited to play Ohio State because let's be freaking real, or Michigan, because no matter the state of their program, my heart is going to be in my throat. Like every second, I'm going to kind of hate watching those games unless we're blowing them out. But those are going to be huge games. It's cool that we're going to have so many eyes on us. That's awesome. But I'm almost more excited for the ones that I can associate with I've never been to Chicago, right? So suddenly I somewhat I could see a Duck game and within reasonable time go also visit. So I'm kind of doing it by vacation style, or there's a lot of East Coast I haven't really checked out. I'll go to Rutgers. I'm fucking stoked for Rutgers, man. We're gonna blow them out. I'm not gonna feel any pressure when I'm watching that game. It's gonna be sweet. We've never played Rutgers before in our history. I don't believe so in football.
Have we played Maryland?
I don't believe so. I think that was one that we hadn't played, or I'm completely wrong, which would be pretty on brand for the Quack12. But then I get to just go hang out on the East Coast and say hi to some friends that I haven't seen in a decade. So that's
I would go to Michigan. That'd be fun.
There you go. Yeah, Quack12 will be at Michigan. We'll be at Ann Arbor.
There you go.
There we go.
Fuck yeah.
Not gonna happen. We don't.
What about you, Ben and Spaz? Which ones are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the rivalries with Ohio State and Michigan, and getting to play the Wisconsins, and then we get the little brothers, the Indianas, the Purdues, the Minnesotas, and so we still have our little brothers that we can slap around year to year here and there. And then we got the big dogs, and we've moved up a level. And I'd say we've pretty much moved to the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
And if you look at all the preseason, early season, way too early season projections, Oregon's in everybody's top 5 this year. When was the last time you saw Oregon in February in everybody in the nation's top 5 in anything to do with sports?
That's the type of shit that that's whenever I get scared as a fan. Like when they did the whole Bo Nix rollout thing at the beginning in like New York with those giant posters. I'm like, everybody, you got to shut the fuck up. Do not. It
almost works. It almost works.
Yeah. But it like, it's like I don't like it when everybody's like top 5 for sure. Everybody agrees. I'm like, fuck, we're fucked.
That's fair. That's a fair point. That is a fair point.
It scares me every time.
I miss the underdog mentality.
Yeah,
what used to be
18. 18
yeah.
Is perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have go for it.
Oh, it seems like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I think we've gotten to the point in the Pac-12 where just every other Pac-12 team, when something bad happens for Oregon, all 11 schools are ready to come in and just pile on. Yeah, I really feel like
is so hated. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I genuinely think more so than Washington's was on this run. Like, I feel like they got more support from other schools.
Well, you think about it. We beat Liberty in the Pac-12. Still, like, you guys played Liberty, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want from us?
We
man?
destroyed them. Yeah. We made those clowns like that. Yeah, it's like, and we beat them. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That was the one I was truly would have jumped out of a window if we lost. Was the Liberty?
Oh my God!
Like this one, I truly can't.
That was Spaz again. First drive. Liberty
yeah.
And he was like,
first drive. I was like, fuck, here we go.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it.
Aaron and I have a thing too where if we ever lose to a religious school, I'll convert to that religion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's gotten pretty close.
That's
the BYU game. I believe right now I'm a Baptist because we lost to Baylor in the Final Four of women's basketball.
Or so something about TCU showed up at some point.
I like the commitment to the conversion because you're like, I think I'm a Baptist right now.
Yeah, I think
sure. Mine was Mormon Brigham Young. I gotten converted to Mormon from Brigham Young because I gotten hooked up with these killer seats. I was literally right next to the Oregon band complete setup.
Yeah,
inside the Moda Center.
Holy shit.
25 college basketball game, BYU and Oregon, and it was like dun, 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 with the duck band, and about 5 minutes into the game, you're going, turn the fucking camera that way.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah. You had Mormon vibes to me, Spaz, so that makes sense. Yeah.
That was my first thought. I was like, as soon as I saw, I was like, oh, Mormon.
I'm about to get converted. Yeah. But I was almost whatever Liberty was. Yeah. That's where we're at. What about you though? Who are you excited to play, Ben, in the Big Ten? They should call you Big Ben.
Big Ben, we're changing it.
Big
That's
Ten
it.
Ben, baby.
Big Ten Ben.
It's not even original, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, of course, Ohio States are fun, and still getting to play Washington every year because that's a protected rivalry now.
Yeah,
but I am kind of looking forward to getting to play some of these just kind of odd teams. Like eventually we'll play Iowa, which I know we've kind of been like, ooh, Oregon, Iowa, but it's going to be kind of interesting. Plus, like you say, it's just new adventures to maybe go travel somewhere or whatever. But it's stuff like that. It's just hasn't really set in again still fully until you actually see, like we said, like Illinois come to Autzen, or we go, which we've gone to Purdue before and stuff like that. But until you see it consistently, like on your schedule every week, and you're like, it hadn't set in.
Yeah, no. Adam's got a follower in Troy.
Oh, I do. Oh, nice. We got one, Aaron. We got one follower now. I'm really googling.
Did it? I'm out of here. Got
Troy,
one.
Troy stalks me on my other channel too.
Oh, nice. We needed a stalker. I'm not seeing any hits for Big Ten Ben. You can claim Big Ten Ben is all I'm saying.
Change the Twitter handle.
It will be a little confusing. It will be a little confusing though, because there is a Big Ten Ted already.
Well, fuck him.
Oh,
fuck Ted.
No, that's it. That's enemy number one.
That would be a little confusing.
Big Ten Ben has got the clear. There's Big Ben, and then there's Big Ten Ben. Ted's not entering.
Someone in this chat has already been like logged on, created a new account, Big Ten Ben, and now I'm gonna have to pay him naming rights.
Yeah.
Listeners, chime in on what you think of the name Big Ten Ben and if it should stick. I really think it's got legs. I'm telling you, man.
I second.
We need.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not gonna say it's a bad name.
The chat. Give us your opinions.
Please.
Big Ten Ben is it legit?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Throw out some religions you think we should convert to. We're still in the market.
Do we have any like religious Big Ten teams? Like,
well, like they always say Notre Dame's kind of Big Ten E in a way.
Yeah.
Wannabes.
Yeah, they're the wannabes. They couldn't make it or decide not to.
Yeah, there is none, is there?
I don't know. Anybody in the chat? Where's our Big Ten expert? Someone let us know. Who
not that has any like notable affiliation, anyways. Like,
yeah.
See.
And see, this is why you don't say your good ideas out loud for the internet, because then suddenly someone comes.
Like...
Aaron thought of the idea for Avatar years before James Cameron did. And he said it on our podcast.
To be fair, the idea was for Avatar 2.
You started with Avatar 2, Way of Water.
Like,
what if there's these?
You see, you remember that movie Fern Gully? Well, this picks up right after Fern Gully's over.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should just stop college football. Is another kind of thing I'm excited because we are like the ones that got on the rafts, the like escape boats for the Titanic. So it feels pretty awesome in that regard.
Well, yeah, of course, all the people with all the money get on the boats first.
That's us, exactly.
That's us.
And that feels pretty cool. And you got to be like, you should accept your privilege of like, we're on the boat. Take a moment to appreciate that.
Well, that's what I say to Oregon State fans. I'm like, if you guys are broke, just say that. That's fine.
I mean,
you love Uncle Phil went to school there too. He doesn't mind giving.
Yeah, bro.
He's giving them money.
Recruiting. They're like, oh, you guys only get the recruits because you have Uncle Phil. What of it? We have Uncle Phil. You don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like Spaz, you're on Twitter a bunch. I feel like I was feeling bad for Oregon State for a while, and then the Oregon State Twitter fans came out and erased all the fear. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, done. It truly is, because they're blaming it like we did it.
Right.
Yeah.
We shit in their Cheerios. I'm like, bro, we just moved. Like, it's not my fault. Nobody wants your asses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, the ACC turned them down. The Big 12 turned them down. How's the Big 10 going to do? Like, take a charity case?
No.
Nah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It made it really easy for me not to like them even more. Like,
Here's a good one. Adam, how long have you been in Eugene?
I've been in Eugene since 2019 or 2020, somewhere. 2019, I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, I went to school here from 2008 to 12, which is which is where my Oregon fandom obviously really, I kind of lucked out with my going to school at U of O, honestly, time period. That was a good time. Except, I mean, students now, I imagine, got it pretty sweet.
Yeah, right? I grew up down there. I've been in the Northwest, other than a couple small stints outside for like a couple of years. I've been born and raised, grew up in the Northwest. I grew up in Corvallis, Albany, Eugene area. So I went to a lot of beaver and duck stuff growing up. My parents were friends with boosters from both schools, so we got tickets to games to Eugene and Corvallis. And
hell yeah. So you've seen some terrible duck football over the years.
I've seen some horrible duck football. I've seen some.
When you say that, it sounds like an actual flashback coming to someone. I love it so much.
Yeah. The Fog Bowl.
The toilet bowl too. That's the one I
was a kid growing up in the toilet bowl era.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
What was it? It was like a month or two ago. Someone's like, I just saw highlights for the first time of like the toilet bowl. What the hell? And I'm like, dude, look at the score. What did you think it was going to look like?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
It's awesome. We're gonna be playing in the snow, maybe, right?
Oh my God,
more likely.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That November Wisconsin game.
Yeah.
Bet your ass there'll be snow on the ground.
That's gonna be awesome. I had some friends, who grew up around Madison, Wisconsin, and he said that, and he later became like a very hippie Northwestern kind of guy. And he said that the college culture there is so pro, like any kind of place, so pro drinking, cheap beer and stuff like that, eating cheese, have a good time. But then he says, like, if you were to be like, tell me if this is true or not, this could be total bullshit. But he said, like, let's say you were like, hey guys, like, and just so you know, if you wanted to buy some weed, I got some weed too. That, like, if you went to some college students and say that, they would maybe be like, guys, we need to go talk to the authorities and turn this motherfucker in. Is that true at all?
No. So I like to smoke weed as much as the next guy, and I've been to more than my fair share of Badger games before, and it's like, no. But I will say, if you wake up at like 6 a.m. for an 11 o'clock kickoff, I promise you, man, you're going to look outside and it's parties everywhere. 6 a.m. Like the sun's coming up and people are already getting shit-faced drunk. It's like, it's a good time.
They do care so much more about it than the typical, like, West Coast. Like, that is clearly true. Like, obviously I love the Pac-12, but it's very clear the Big Ten cares more about it on average, or at least the big fan bases.
It'll be interesting, like, playing those late season games. Like, I went to a Wisconsin versus the Gophers game, like, I don't know, it was like 2016 or some shit like that. Last weekend of the year, rivalry weekend. And it was like a high of like 8 degrees outside. Like, your skin feels like it's just fucking stinging because like your fingers and toes are falling off in the first quarter. It's like, it's glorious.
Oh my
God. One, you immediately confused the fuck out of Aaron. He heard Badgers, Gophers, and he's like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
He 100%.
I was gonna pull up I couldn't find a good photo. I was gonna pull up the Big Ten team logos, just the logo, and be like, identify these teams.
We've gone through
the thing.
That you could do that.
Adam showed me all of this about 2 months ago.
Okay.
I remember the Badger one, and he looked ferocious.
That he is.
more
badass.
The thing that we really like took away from looking at all the mascots is Big Ten's much more about the, like, I'm a big white guy mascot. Like the mascot is just like, I'm just a hardworking white dude, mascot guy.
Right. There's
like,
some
like
team
Purdue
that just
Pete
has
or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the team with 2 mascots and one of them's just a dude?
Purdue.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
He's just a white dude working in a steel mill, man.
Yeah, like I kind of respect it. It's funny, but you would think it'd be like maybe what USC Trojans do, where it's like a guy in a Trojan. It'd be like a guy with a hammer, but it is the reconstruction of a white guy in Muppet form. I think that's very interesting. I do like that.
It's a fucking cartoon white man swinging a big old hammer.
Yeah, like that is what it is. And like ours is a duck. It's gonna clash a little.
Like the Heisman House new one they did with the we've never had a Wolverine. Everybody asked me why don't they have a Wolverine mascot on the field? And then Eddie George's ankle gets taken out by Wolverine.
Yeah, I do love that one. I do love that one. Yeah,
this
and like
is why we don't have Wolverines in Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, and like Harbaugh was their mascot while he was there. It genuinely felt like he was their mascot. Like he would come and sleep over with your recruit. That's more of a mascot thing to do than a coach, I would say personally. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see some of these fan bases like Penn State. That could be cool. I've always wanted to go to Philadelphia. I believe it's kind of like out of the way, right? Like in my head, I'm always like,
no, it's a little bit of a trek over there.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Whiteout, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I am excited. I feel like it's so nice, like to be in the position of we're like hopefully going to be competing for the Big Ten champion right away, because it's just going to be so nice for so many of these teams. Yeah, there you go. See, so many of these teams have their like first real impression is us just kicking the shit out of their team. Like I'm so excited for that, and there's gonna be a lot of teams where it's like I don't know when Rutgers is going to beat us in football. Or Illinois. Like I'm sure
Illinois. Illinois Northwestern. I'm like, oh, good luck.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen, but like when is it gonna happen? Like
you never know, though. It's like if you think about it, there's gonna be a new like Arizona State and Stanford where they have no business beating us, and we're gonna struggle to kick their asses every time.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, Indiana's gonna have a 3-win streak against us to start off. Like,
bro, it's gonna be like an Indiana, maybe like a Northwestern or something like that. Like we're just gonna be like 1-4 against them to start our Big Ten careers. It'll be great.
Someone in the chat said we've never played Rutgers, and they said we've never played Maryland. That could be something where it's like Maryland for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's what we tried to do. We tried to compare like who is going to be our new Stanford or Arizona schools, like in the Big Ten. We're like, could it be Maryland? Could it be Rutgers? Could it be Illinois? Like, is that the team? Every time we see them on the schedule, we're like, ah, shit.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to bottle what we had. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to bottle what we had.
Philadelphia for a game for some reason, and we had we got to go to the Rocky Steps. Who climbs faster, Adam or Aaron?
Well, I'm going to say this.
Adam.
And I was going to say me too.
Yeah, okay, good.
Because I'm sorry if I'm oversharing, Aaron. I think we're coming close to the end of the podcast. Listeners, this story's a little bit graphic. Okay, I'm going to say this.
Oh yeah,
but
earmuffs,
this is also
children.
Earmuffs, children. It actually involves children too. It's
Have you ever heard of a little pizza shop in the north?
No, not that. It's a QUACK12 lore story though. Okay. So Aaron, he kept saying like these people shoot like shit. Men's basketball and women's basketball, they're having terrible season. This is a couple years back. Like I could shoot better than them. I could shoot better free throws. I could shoot better.
Oh, great point.
And so he goes, and we go like, I tell him, go find a hoop, film yourself, and we'll put it on the podcast. and we see how you shoot compared to him. And he was just doing a couple layups, getting warmed up, doing some free throws, and we're watching the video live on the thing, and then he pauses it. And like literally he's in like a YMCA like youth gym or something like that. So there's some
it's my neighborhood's community center.
It's his neighborhood's community center in Seattle. So some little Husky fans. And while he's doing this, like, you know, he's doing a simple layup and he pauses the video and he goes, and Adam, this is the part where I shat my pants when I went up for the layup. And he was like dead serious. So that story alone makes me think I could run up a flight of stairs fast.
Yeah. Look, when you've had a life of hard living, sometimes the poop falls out. All right. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah. I think we won some fans over this episode, Aaron. I think our numbers are going to go big.
Whoever we just gained, we just lost.
Yeah.
You guys have definitely been needing some more attention though.
Oh yeah, our numbers are doing pretty. We've just hit triple-digit subscribers, everybody, over on Quack12 YouTube. So just so you
crushing
know,
it.
Once you get 100, they send you a bill, I believe, in the mail. Actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But we have more listeners. People like I think we have old heads that listen to the podcast because they like the audio form. We've been going strong weekly since 2017. Have not missed an episode, not even in the off season. Aaron still has not retained any of it, but
no need.
So our numbers are doing good there, but. Go follow us over on YouTube if you just listened to me describing Aaron taking a shit in a community center and aren't leaving. I think you can follow us over on Quack12 over there.
Yeah, Quack12 Podcast or Quack1258. Everyone, please do check them out and make sure to give them a subscribe.
Please
watch some of their content, give them some likes, as they are always at it, even the off season, which is. Again, we talked about this beforehand. Is really tough, but you guys talk more than just football too. You guys talk the basketball, team and everything.
We do. We even over on our Patreon, and sometimes we release these for free. Aaron and I review every single year of Oregon football, starting in 1894. We've gotten to 1963, and we're still not very good. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
We've discovered some funny duck history stories though. And I'd like to pepper in this one to listeners who haven't heard this. I think it was sometime in the 20s. Was it the 20s, Aaron?
Well, are you talking about the electric blanket?
The electric blanket, the electric bathrobe is what it was. In the 20s, there's this funny story of we had a star player, Oregon football. We were having a pretty good season. And then he had an especially bad game. He had a bunch of bruises. And so they said they gave him an electric bathrobe, which was a thing that existed. In the 20s. And that he plugged it into his frat, which also existed in the 20s, and literally lit a flame on his bed. So we discovered that from 1920s newspapers in Eugene, Oregon. So you get fun little tidbits of Oregon history like that we've discovered through the years. So
that's a new one for me. So
it's true. We didn't make it up. We literally found that. We could send you the article.
I don't think you could make that up.
Yeah.
You're like, let's think of a ridiculous story. I don't think that would come to mind at all.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what you get at the Quack12.
I love the dedication, man. Honestly, it's like that type of shit we would never know if we didn't have men like you out here doing the dirty work.
That's right. And dirty work it is.
That's why they're called the Mud Ducks.
It's true.
The Mud Ducks. Yeah.
On a somewhat serious note, too, though, I did want to kind of ask you guys because, with the projection, the outlook of Oregon football, obviously, with the Big Ten move, now this next year, this is to Adam. Aaron, you can just tune out. Here, you can tune out.
He'll probably be right. He'll probably
the 12-team playoffs coming up. Today they announced the change that I said was going to come. Not 6-6 model. Now it's the 5-7 model. So it's the 4 conference champions, then the highest probably group of 5 champ, to include Oregon State, Washington State, and then 7 at large. What are your thoughts on the playoff?
I certainly think it kind of kills. Well, okay, I like it because I'm not such an indie college football fan that I'm like, I liked it more when we didn't know who the national champ. Like, that's bullshit. I want there to be a clear national.
No AP national championship.
Yeah. Otherwise, we get Washington Huskies saying that they have 10 national championships. We don't want that. All right. So I do like that there's, an actual playoff structure. I like that 4 is not enough. That was very obvious. I think everyone in the world is like a 14 playoff is not a playoff, basically. And so 12 with the, eventually they're just going to be like, there's the 2 king conferences that we all know are coming, right? There'll be North Conference and South Conference, and then the 10 other ones will fight for it. So I don't really care too much about the, I like that they kept that 5th spot at least for the group of 5. Nice. Let's take a moment.
I missed him taking a huge bite the last one. I was like,
I was watching it.
I just want to solo.
I definitely had one eye
again eating on screen.
No listener was listening to what I was talking about. We were all watching it. So I don't really care about that. I just love the fact that, oh, good, it's more likely Oregon can make the playoffs. And that's something my dear baby boy, Aaron Schroeder has never seen. He's never seen the Ducks in a playoff game. And that makes me sad. There's a lot of times where I'll talk to Aaron about like these legendary teams, like that awesome Final Four Duck basketball team.
Oh, that was
the men's or the women's, or the women's you were seeing, but the men's, and like he never knows like a good Dana Altman team. He's never seen it. He's never seen the playoffs. And I just pray before we die.
That Final Four men's basketball team was amazing.
The Jordan Bell, Peyton Pritchard year, Dylan Brooks.
He's still in the pros. He's still doing his stuff.
Dylan Brooks. I love Dylan Brooks more than ever.
Bro, I'm all on Dylan Brooks. Everybody around me thinks I'm fucking crazy, but I'm like, that is my dude right there. Like, I will die on this hill. That man is my fuck. I'm on it, man.
Don't you watch professional wrestling?
Yes, but now he's a prick.
Yeah, that's what's cool about him. That's what I like about him.
Bro, he calls himself Dylan the Villain. How fucking cool.
Yeah. He's wearing jean jacket and jean vest and nothing else. Like, I love him.
Fuck yeah.
And like, I love football. Football is my favorite sport, but my favorite sporting event is March Madness. And so I just want a team in there is all I care about. And not quite sure if that's going to happen, but March Madness is like the most fun thing that could happen. I love covering it.
You got to finish 3rd and at least make it to the finals in the tournament in order to make it.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to just crap all over the Pac-12 and be like, yeah, one of you, boop, maybe 2. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Another NIT year this year. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh God, we've covered those, and I literally was thinking like, I don't think we're gonna cover an NIT anymore. I think we're done, my man. No one, because it's truly it's such a lose-lose.
Yeah,
even if you win the whole freaking thing.
First round, you're playing like Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, I don't care. I really don't care at that point.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it all.
Well, that's why I'm rooting for the women this year, is because they're determined to not even go to that. So
yeah.
Oh, the women, they're done. Like, they might as well just pack it up right now.
So I'm stoked on the rest of their season because they're guaranteed to make sure I don't have to worry about anything after the season's over.
To lose his job this year, I'm pretty sure.
That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah. They gotta pony up a pretty penny to get rid of him. They could.
Oh, really?
Because they got to finish out his contract if they want to fire him, and they renewed it, I think, in 2020. And so, like, it's not like for Oregon. Yeah, like they could pay it. Like I think it's like something like, I don't know, $6 million or something like that. They could pay
$6
it.
million.
Maybe not. I don't know. I saw his buyout was $500,000, but that's a buyout. I would assume to fire him, they have to pay the rest of his contract. Which was like $10 million for something.
Unless they can get him on something to break said contract, like you're not doing your job.
Well, you can't lose 5 games by 22 points apiece. Like that's fucking crazy. Like the teams we're playing aren't even. It's not like we're playing the USC's and the Stanford women's basketball at their peak. Like we're getting blown out by Arizona State's women's team, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Like,
we lost to Portland, didn't we? This year we lost to freaking Portland.
They lost this year. Yep.
My theory is that Sabrina Ionescu is actually the greatest Oregon women's basketball coach we've ever had, and then number 2 was Kelly Graves. Like she's the best player / coach, and then Kelly Graves is the second one.
Well, she just needs to break a couple more records in New York, and then she'll come back to coach.
Oregon would take her if she was like, I want to get into coaching. Oregon would be like,
oh yeah. I would love it. She'd be amazing. She'd be great.
I will die on this hill. We would have won the national championship in the COVID year with Sabrina.
2020, the women's team was destined to win it, and then it got shut down, and you got screwed. And it was like, are you kidding me?
They beat Team USA in an exhibition match. Which, don't get me wrong, it's an exhibition match. I understand, it, but at the same time, like. You don't just roll out and beat Team USA with a collegiate team.
That has only, as recollection served, I looked it up. That had only happened, I think, once or twice ever by a college, women's college team ever in the history of those.
They probably won the national championship afterward.
Yeah.
There was also the weird event that happened in like South America, right, where we represented America. Adam, do you remember this?
Where we what? Like the 3-on-3 exhibition.
Yeah, the 3-on-3 special.
That was fun as fuck too.
Where it was different countries put a 3-person team together, and so USA was like, "Well, we'll just take the 3 Oregon Duck."
It was
players.
the FIBA basketball, tournament. That was fun too. This is what we do off season. We're staying up until 3 a.m. to watch them play in the Philippines. Like, and I don't know. We figure shit out.
That 2020 team though. Damn.
I know.
What could have been? What could have been that year?
What could have been? Should we talk about Dennis Dixon next, or are we just going down the deepest, saddest
memory lane?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, it was last talking to y'all.
Your way.
Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry. Speaking of the COVID year and what could have been, if anyone is interested, you should go to our Patreon and pay us $5 for 1 month. And just listen to our recreation of that season, where I play basically a version of football that plays like Dungeons and Dragons that Adam created.
I did create
and I play as the head coach of the Oregon Ducks, and I play the full season that we would have had during the COVID year. Just pay us $5, listen to that whole thing, and then cancel your subscription because it's totally worth $5.
It's worth $5. Duck.
It's worth $5.
What it was called? Yeah, Duck D.
Yeah, Duck D.
We created the entire 2020 season when we thought it was going to get canceled.
We added in dice rolls.
Don't think it's worth it. Then they don't know entertainment because.
What can I say? Yeah. Well, it was a blast talking to y'all. We'd love to have you on sometime. I mean,
You've got me in your messenger. Send me a thing, and I know you guys do. I don't know if you do live recordings, whatever. We're flexible. We can make that work with you.
Nice, yeah. It was a blast talking to y'all.
Adam, you go to spring game?
I go to spring game. I'm usually there. I usually go in the sun side, get my tan on, say hi to people. I'm usually with Hifliday. And he's actually taking notes. He actually has everyone's names out. He's looking at numbers, and he's looking for fourth string cornerbacks.
Springfield.
What's that?
Have you been to Go Ducks restaurant on Twitter's restaurant in Springfield?
I don't think so. What's it called?
I
don't go to Springfield all that often.
His name.
I'll go there.
Go Ducks on Twitter. He does a big thing. He's got. He brings in like a lot of the parents and players and coaches.
Yeah, I think I've seen a bit of this. I should go as someone who's equally as important in the Duck community.
I'm down for it. He has a big deal on Friday night before the spring game. and that's when a lot of the players, coaches, and people show up.
Media personalities, like me.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I may make my way over there. Aaron will not be there. He'll be at home. But
the only thing I'm interested in doing in Oregon, since Adam has turned me on to this Eugene culture, is country fair. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, we're trying to get over the country. We're gonna do a live episode from.
That's all I want to do. Fair. I want to be in country fair.
We are going to do that at some point.
I've been to it once. It's pretty.
It's
insane.
stinky. That's for sure. Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
We'll have a stand. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell porcelain dragons and shit.
Yeah.
Are we getting you down here for the Ohio State game, Aaron?
No, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll find Aaron's level of interest is about this level. Well, we've got.
Look, I will go to basketball games when they play the Huskies here in Seattle. I will go to those games.
Aaron, I've been to a basketball game with Aaron where Oregon, our awesome women's basketball team back in the day, when they were just wiping the floor with Washington's women's basketball team, and they were bad. Like Washington knew they were bad, and so it was mainly a bunch of like moms and their daughters being like, "We don't care if they lose. We just are here for a nice, touching moment." And Aaron is in the stands going, "Boo! Boo!"
No, it took me the first half to realize. I think it was like a breast cancer awareness thing also happening. So it was a real strong.
We were up by 30 the whole game. It was a funny vibe to boo, but I mean, part of the game.
Jesus, hey man,
they should have known.
Hey brother,
yeah, you guys you guys hit us up. We'll definitely be flexible. Make the time to come on.
Well,
do something. With you guys too.
Be prepared for some of our 100 subscribers to maybe click on your thing, you know.
Hey, I just made it 103. So
my god!
Boom! Adam, we got to get out of here so we can take this to the bank.
We got to create content.
I'm doing my part, man.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
You got two new ones today on both your shows.
Oh my god! I know. We literally just recorded an episode this morning too. So, whew. The hard work of a podcaster.
That's right. These guys right here, Quack12 Podcast or at Quack1258 right here on YouTube. Again, also links in the description. Make it very easy. Just click the link and there they are, and go check them out because again, I've been with you guys since very early 2022 season, so it's been fun to be able to get to bring you guys on here and chat and show what for the other Big Ten people who a lot of them are Big Ten, like Michigan fans, stuff in the chat. They're going, we're gonna start watching these guys now. All right, all right.
If you want to hear,
we're hoping to get all the like stoners of the Midwest on our side because that's an underserved demographic. I bet you know.
I'm going to tell you right now, what you're going to get are unhinged takes by me, a man of very little knowledge, where it might be that I'm talking a lot of shit on our kicker.
It's true. He was talking about shit.
You get right in with Spaz. Yeah. You and Spaz.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, something told me Spaz and Aaron would be. That's a podcast.
Simpatico,
actually.
The Camden Lewis slander that comes out of this man's mouth is just top tier. So you guys are in on it together.
Nice. But this is the trip. I get it that he's great in practice and he can wail the shit out of it in practice. But when he gets in front of a bunch of people, it's like Mr. Jitters out there. It's like it's just no good. He's not meant for the sport.
That Washington game kick that broke him.
Yeah.
Broke.
Yeah.
And he goes and wins the combine kick. What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here?
He's a Washington agent. That is possible. I'm not gonna.
I was almost cheering against him at that point because I'm like, show me what you showed me against the Huskies. Like, just show me that you're this guy. I don't want you to piss me off. And then he nails a 60-yarder like it's fucking nothing. And then I have to like think, what if, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this though. This is why I also love Lanning so much. Is that there was whatever game where he made him kick a 54-yard field goal, knowing full well he was going to miss it. And I'm like, that's actually the correct decision because you need to get that kid out of his brain. So I have to say, I really enjoyed the way Lanning was attacking said problem throughout the season.
And if you want to get out of your brain, listen to the Quack12 podcast.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. We touched upon a lot tonight. So everyone, please, again, check out the Quack12 podcast at Quack1258. Also, right on YouTube, as they are coming to the Big Ten, just like the rest of us here. And you'll have to deal with them there regardless. So you might as well just go.
We will not go away.
Entertain them now. Exactly. I mean, they're not going anywhere.
If Liberty's fan base, there you go. If
three.
Liberty's fan base didn't kill us, then we're gonna survive anything. I can tell you. They did not like us.
I love the little trailer video.
It's
I know. Like they thought it was the most unique thing.
No. That was Texas Tech. I was at Texas Tech Stadium, and they were all wearing Nintendo Duck Hunt shirts.
Yeah.
And literally, they thought it was the most original thing ever. And I'm like, no, that's been around for years. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, that's not original at all. And there was 10,000 of them wearing it. I'm like, yeah, it's not original.
That's not original.
I've heard this.
And if I was their dumbasses, I'd be doing the same thing, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's not original. Yeah. Oh, well. We'll find original ways to make fun of our new Big Ten.
You guys are up to 108.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Aaron.
I'm blowing up.
We're crushing it.
Oh, my God. This is huge. This is big. We're big time now.
Call Madonna. She's got a new opener.
Yeah. Really good references. Dick Cavett, Madonna. The kids are going to love this episode. Oh, my God.
Hey, she's on tour right now.
Oh, my God. I unplugged. I don't know how I did this. It wasn't on purpose.
That happens on mine once in a while. It'll be like, your camera's disconnected. I'm like, I didn't touch it. What the hell?
Weed's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Oh my God.
Adam's gone for the night.
He is underneath the desk currently fidgeting with 3 different USB cables.
You nailed it, and I have not fixed it. This is donezo, everybody. This is me now.
That might be the sun. That might be the sun of the night.
Yeah. There it is.
That's like the curtain call. Like, it's done. We covered quite a lot. Hey, but again, everyone, please check out the Quack12 podcast.
Aaron, did you see Madonna fell off her chair in Seattle?
No, I did see people outside the stadium documenting the line. She fell off her stool.
She fell off one of her chair things in one of her songs. Crashed right to the stage.
It'll happen. That'll happen.
See, this is how I know Spaz is the Aaron of the show, is that we had to clean out. And then he goes, man, did you hear that Madonna fell off of the chair? Like, that is the most Aaron shit I've heard in a while. And that's exactly the energy we bring. So thank you, Spaz. Thank you for that.
All right. As soon as we start talking Madonna, I know that's time to end this shit.
Yeah.
So, again, Quack12 Podcast, Aaron, Adam, thank you very much. And we will work with you and we'll get on yours and promote the hell out of it also on our end.
Thanks a lot.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Hey, no, we appreciate you. Like I said, anytime you had to come on here and talk, and I think it's been a lot of fun. It's been more fun, I think, than I thought it would be, to be honest.
This is one of my favorite ones to shoot for sure.
Good. Nice. We've won them over, Adam.
We did it. We don't have to do our podcast anymore. We got the
just live off royalties.
We'll just live off this one
now.
Yeah.
Hey, live off royalties.
Hell yeah, baby. We're gonna go look for Madonna.
Okay.
Or Sasquatch.
Good luck with that.
One of the
Sasquatch is an interesting character to look for.
Oh boy!
Oh Jesus! Here we go again.
No, that's a whole different episode.
Hit the stop button. We
have a real live one in Portland at Blazer games. Have you guys seen?
Oh no!
Check my Twitter out. I got a picture with him. He's standing right next to me at a Blazer game.
Hey, I'm checking out this picture right now. This is a picture of you with your hand extended out and then air. There's no one standing there. Are you losing it, man? Are you losing it, Spaz?
He's been lost it, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe
too much Twitter spaces.
I mean, not necessarily this last season. I was supposed to go actually skunk ape hunting, which is the southern, Sasquatch
version of Sasquatch. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, we know the skunk ape. We know the
I
skunk
was
ape.
supposed to. I just didn't get to. So
we are well aware of the skunk ape.
Sasquatch use underground tunnels to traverse the entire planet.
Oh my!
Well, now we're on.
Where we're going.
Look,
I'm
I'd
interested.
probably recommend just hitting stop. Honestly, we can keep going.
All right, everyone. Next week we'll be here maybe with Max Torres. If we don't have Max Torres next week, we'll probably take the week off for a week of recovery.
Next week is tonight. Max Torres. It's going to be such a better episode, everyone. Have fun with that one.
Or a week off for recovery, one or the other. I'm not sure.
Lord.
So, yes, thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, the Quack12 Podcast. And then, yes, please, everyone, just double check, hit the notifications every Tuesday or Wednesday night right here. We'll be here, same time.
Nope, wrong part.
I know. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Wait.
You can maybe see my face. Hey!
Nope.
Hey!
Reverse.
Now I
Went
can
backwards.
wave bye to everybody. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, please, one by one, Adam, Aaron, Spaz, and Derek, tell everyone where they can personally find you and follow you and stalk you if they so choose to.
Nice. You can stalk me anywhere in Eugene, Oregon. It's not that big of a city. My weaknesses and biggest fears are the same. It's dying alone, so that will be helpful for you. At Quack12 Podcast is where you should follow us over on Twitter. We also have a TikTok account that occasionally we put stuff on. That's at Quack12 something. At Zombie Duck, if you want to hear me talk about films. Once every 3 months, I'll tweet about a scary movie I liked. And that's about it. Yeah, not that often. I basically only do stuff with you. Aaron, what about you, man? What you promoting?
Add Pierce Sears Rec on the TikTok. There you go. And that's it.
Just the TikTok.
Just the cock, huh?
It's where I like the most. It's my drug of choice.
That's fair. That's fair.
The constant feed of garbage is exactly
that and
correct.
Drugs.
Yeah,
that
and actually drugs
are my drug of choice. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Spaz, where can we find you?
Right there.
Yeah, I figured.
It's now Sean_Spaz. I need to change that. I had to change my Twitter account. But that's where you can find me. You can still probably find me under that. But Rocky Classic is he died a few weeks ago on Spaces. So we had to introduce Spaz. Rocky had a fatal accident with some Southern gentlemen, and so he died in a horrific plane crash.
Holy shit.
That's the way to go, though. All the legends do.
It's okay. There's a backstory to that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Derek, what about you, man? Where can we find you, Derek?
You guys can check me out at High Top Oregon. Just getting this channel started a little bit. Pretty active on Twitter. You can also find me on YouTube. We have a couple podcasts each week going on there. We just had 300 subs there. Our channel is about 3 weeks old, so everybody continue to give us a follow there. But otherwise, you can find me at the Voice of College Football. This is where it goes down right here.
Yep.
That's right.
Like and subscribe.
That is definitely it. And I'm just Ben of Exploring with Ben and Sam. It's not sports related at all, but you'll find all my socials on there, and I don't usually do anything on any of them. So
Big Ben 10. Big Ben 10.
It's true. It's true. But again, check out Quack12 Podcast. Apparently you're getting a lot of followers tonight. So that was kind of the point, right? Promote you guys, help you out.
I guess it was. Oh my God, we're so popular right now. 109, Aaron.
We got to stop. Well, you got to stop. We got to stop it then before you make this a train wreck.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think that was
all right, everyone.
2 minutes ago.
We will see you next Tuesday. And if you don't, we will be on the following Tuesday with Max Torres, hopefully. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Quack12 Podcast, Adam and Aaron, and everyone. You have a great fucking night.
All right.